So once more, we want to look at substitution, right? But this time, what if x is the letter we have by itself? No, I really don't do anything different, right? It's just instead of replacing y with something, this time we're going to replace x with something. So if I know x is negative 2 minus y, I'm going to replace x with negative 2 minus y. What is that going to look like? Right? It's going to look like 2 and then negative 2 minus y instead of x, but then there's still a minus 3y equals minus 9. Or in the second one, I know x is 5y plus 18. So I want to replace x this time, because x is the letter that's by itself. I want to replace that x with 5y plus 18. So it looks like 3 times instead of x, I'm going to put 5y plus 18 minus 10y equals negative 4. Or in the next one, x is 2y plus 4. So I'm going to replace my x with 2y plus 4. So it's going to look like 2 times instead of x, I need 2y plus 4 minus 3y equals 1. Or the next one, if x is 3 minus 2y, that means I can replace x with 3 minus 2y. So it looks like 5, and instead of x, we're putting 3 minus 2y, and then still have minus 3y equals 2. And the last one is kind of tricky because it doesn't say x equals, but it says equals x. So that's the same thing, right? I know 3y plus 7 is x, or x is 3y plus 7. So I can replace my x with 3y plus 7. So I still start with a 2, but then instead of x, I put 3y plus 7 plus 5y equals 3. Right, getting those set up is the tough part. If you still need help with that, make sure you're finding a time to ask questions. Let's take a look at one full problem that's similar to these. If we start by looking at step 1, make sure one variable is by itself. That would be here. Step 1, x is by itself. The expression we get for x is 16 minus 4y. I want to substitute 16 minus 4y, right, or replace 16 minus 4y for the x in my other equation. So step 2 would look like 3, and then instead of x, we have 16 minus 4y. And then there's still plus 4y equals 8. The third step in solving systems is to actually solve that equation. It says for my first variable. This time I'm solving for y first. So if I distribute my 3 times 16 is 48. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12y, and then plus 4y equals 8. I can subtract 48 from both sides. Negative 12y plus 4y equals negative 40. Negative 12y plus 4y is negative 8y, so if I combine my y parts, equals negative 40. And finally, if I divide by negative 8, I get that y is, well, negative 40 divided by negative 8 is positive 5. Step 4. Use y equals 5 to find the value of x. Well, I use the equation that already has x by itself. I could use either one of the original ones, but it's easier to use the one that already has x by itself. So x is 16 minus 4y. That means x is 16 minus 4 times 5. Well, 4 times 5 is 20, so 16 minus 20 gives me negative 4. And my last step, step 5, write my answer as an ordered pair, so x comma y, negative 4 comma 5, and then we still need to check. Right, to check, we take both of our original equations, 3x plus 4y equals 8, and x equals 16 minus 4y, and put in negative 4 for x and 5 for y to make sure they're both true. So 3 times negative 4 plus 4 times 5 is supposed to equal 8. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 20, right? Negative 12 plus 20. 20 minus 12, is that equal to 8? Yep, so that one's true. And then in the second one, negative 4 equals 16 minus 4 times 5. That's 16 minus 20, which equals negative 4. So it checks out in both of them, which means I am confident that we have the right answer. We want to take a look at one final example. The one thing we haven't looked at yet are any of the examples of our special cases that we saw when we solved by graphing. So that could happen with substitution also. So if we look at step 1, solve for one variable in one equation, we have x by itself. We know x is 4y plus 2. That means I get to replace in step 2 x in my second equation with 4y plus 2. So when I'm done with step 2, it should look like 2 times 4y plus 2 minus 8y equals 4. How can I solve for y? Well, in step 3, I'm going to start by distributing to undo those parentheses. So 8y plus 4 minus 8y equals 4. Right? And then if I combine my like terms, 8y minus 8y, it turns out is 0 y's, or there are no y's there. Those cancel each other out. And we're left with just 4 equals 4. Whenever we get to the point where there are no variables left, letters are totally gone, it's only numbers, then we ask ourselves, is that true or is that false? Right? If it's true, that's when we have infinite solutions. Or we could use that infinity symbol. Right? If the statement we're left with is false, that's when we have no solution. Right? So since 4 equals 4 is a true statement, this problem has infinite solutions. One more time, that only happens if there's not a letter left at all. So now it's your turn to try some of those practice problems.